Thank you for watching and listening. I want to share about the times when I was very young, in primary school especially. I was brought to so many healers by this person that we found out was actually our stepmother. Initially, it was all siblings, all four of us were brought to the healers. And then over time, it's just me and my brother, and then eventually just me and myself. You can say it's like repressed memories because with too many things happen one after another, one after another, after another, after another, and everything just finally makes sense now. In Singapore alone, we were brought to most of the healers live in HDB flats. I remember some of them were the name is Mak Edi, and then some we don't know the names. So according to the medium I consulted, majority of the healers that we were brought to were actually part of the cult. So when we were brought to meet them, especially me, especially the times when I was brought alone, they were actually performing the rituals. And it's like you know how you go to doctors to get checkups, so they were checking up on how far along the entity is able to take over and how far long before I actually die. So I didn't know, we didn't know any better. We were programmed to think that, oh, we had demon inside of us, we had Satan, things like that. Satan is basically Malay for the devil. All in all, I finally found out that I realized as well, this is just to create fear in us, to create obedience, and at the same time to cement the rituals that were done that on us. That's the reason why we were very, very obedient. That's the reason why she had such control. And that's the reason why people believe her very well, because on top of the psychological manipulation, there's also the spiritual control. She she and the cult did some obedience thing. Um so there's this the first one we went to was not the first one of the healer we went to was this Malay man, and I remember he said, because suddenly there was strong wind. The thing with the timing of the wind is a bit odd. There was like no wind, and then suddenly a very powerful, strong gust of wind. The type where it goes woo woo woo. That's how strong the wind was. And the man said, itu dia. Dia tengah santau angin. Oh, that's it. They are doing ritual using the wind. So basically, it's using energy to send it. I only recall up to that point, and then the next time we went to somebody else, uh, the most painful one was I remember this lady. She was dark brown skinned. She inserted a pen between our big toe and our second toe, and you know the ballpoint pen with the cap. So the end where you can use it to, how do I explain? Let me see. Okay, so this is a ballpoint pen has a cap. So the cap has this part here, right? So she used that part and then she inserted it. She held it between our big toe and our second toe, and she was pressing our toes together tightly. We were screaming and shouting because it was so painful. And it was a ritual done apparently to get rid of the entity that was inside our bodies. And of course, because of the pain, we were so traumatized. We don't really go and get healing anymore. And I think now it was part of her plan is to create confusion and manipulation, and so that people won't suspect her. You would think like, oh yeah, this kind of thing is rubbish, it's painful. So we were traumatized from the pain. So we were brought to so many healers here and there, and this stepmother and the first daughter, which is my elder sister, they are cut from the same cloth. They're both abusive, cunning, lie a lot. They spread rumors about people. They will go to great length to steal and take things from people. That type of behavior. Physically abusive, mentally abusive, emotionally abusive. They gaslight people a lot. So over time, when I reached secondary school, I was no longer brought to that many healers. But she always go with that first daughter of hers, and when she came home, she got angry, and apparently she had gone to get a reading on me. So these people, these occultists, they're very shady. They will go to tarot readers, they go to mediums, they go to healers, they go to people to read about your destiny, read about your futures, your abundance, your life path, and all that. The reason why they do is they want to collect as many information as possible so that they can sabotage and block it. So they had they had consulted about me, and then they got angry when I came back home. My first sister would just slap me or punch me and things like that because she got angry. She would say things like, "It's so unfair, got the Chaya no, it's unfair because you have the light, you have the light." And I didn't understand. I was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? Why do you do this kind of stuff, right?" So as it turned out, they were paying people to read about all their targets because they want to block and at the same time steal the destiny. Destiny swap is real. It was done on to me, and it was done on many other people by the stepmother, the Chinese Indonesian classmate, and his wife, and most recently the colleague from India as well. This is what these people do. Not all spiritualists are kind. Not all spiritualists are good people. Some of them are opportunists and people who are low vibrational. They don't care what they steal from people. They don't care as long as they get what they want. So when they do all this rituals on you, and if you're not protected, if you don't know how to cut the energy cord, you will become unmotivated, you feel more stressed, you feel more overwhelmed, you feel more restless at first, and then you have insomnia, have anxiety. Then over time your behavior will get worse, and you have bad luck, you bad health, one after another, after another. There's a reason is because these people have siphoned your energy. So that was what happened to me. They went on to have success, build businesses and all that. Everything is built upon the target's energy. So the moment you take back your energy, if you do cord cutting and whatnot, their businesses, their health will crumble. Everything that they build upon your energy will crumble, and you will find that they were trying to get back into your life because they are energy vampires. They cloak their energy at the same time very well, so that it's harder for you to find out who did it. And yeah, so some of these healers were part of the cult. Some of them were manipulated by the stepmother into helping her. Um, I'm gonna talk about this one when I was in primary school, lower primary. I was brought alone to Johor, just me and the stepmother, and we did not have our own transport system, our own personal transport. So we went to Johor through the bus 170 and things like that. And Malaysia is huge. Unlike Singapore, at night it's still easier for you to get transportation. So for Malaysia, I remember I was so scared because we were walking along this stretch of road. There were no vehicles inside. Left and right, just trees, rows and rows of trees. We kept walking and walking and walking. I remember asking, when are we going to reach? Where are we going? And finally, at the distance, we saw a stretch of terrace houses. Even then, most of it were empty. And I remember I was brought to this house to get healing. I don't know whether they are good people or bad people because I only remember seeing the man's face. He had the maybe white color kopia. It's like a Muslim headwear for men, and he was wearing I don't know to say. It looks like muddy green or green color uh shirt, long sleeve shirt. I don't recall anything after that. I think because of repressed memory, I only recall up to that point. I do not know what was done to me there. I don't know how we got back. I only remember up to that point. So that was a very odd thing. What a very odd experience. And then another time in my late 20s, because of constant bad luck, difficult to get job, apply, one bad thing after another, my health was deteriorating. You go to doctor couldn't find what was wrong. So at that point, we still haven't figured out that the cult and the stepmother, as well as the Indonesian classmate, was behind all this. So she brought me to a healer, Asian healer. But so this lady was innocent, but she was manipulated. She was one of the healers who were manipulated by the stepmother. So she was convinced that I was the bad one and things like that. And while we were doing the healing, the stepmother was saying, "Oh, I go first, I go first." And then the lady was like, "Hey, pity your mother, she's tired," and things like that. So she also was gaslighting me without knowing. And the stepmother was acting and acting. Come to find out from the medium, the external medium that I consulted, she managed to manipulate the healer into thinking that she's innocent. And because the entity that was attached, the entity that was attached to us, or that was in our home, was actually the stepmother all along, because she knows how to perform all the rituals. So protect your energy always. Thank you for watching and listening.